Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's their time and bandwidth. Today's game is Crossout Resurfaced. A unique and forgotten old computer shmup. Was Crossout worth pulling from the depths of the sea? Let's find out. Crossout Resurfaced is a remaster of an Amiga/Commodore 64 horizontal shmup from 1989. And yes, it's actually pronounced Crossout, not X-Out, which caused me to have to do many takes of this review. The concept on the surface is simple. You're a submarine, there's enemies to the right of you, you scroll horizontally and shoot them down. It's more of a slower shmup, similar to those in the NES era rather than modern, more faster ones, but that doesn't stop the game from spawning an insane number of foes. There's also no continues. This is old school hard. Thankfully, the game's unique mechanics so it make it a cult classic to this day. At the start of each level, you're given a shop where you can purchase or upgrade, or both, the ships in your fleet. These fleet ships are, in fact, your lives, and when the ship you're piloting bites the dust, you're given the next one in line with all its equips, gear, health, etc. until you run out of ships. Since your score is cash, you can spend it after each round, and there's a fascinating balance between going all in on one ship in the hopes you can keep it alive and super powered, or building a fleet of middling or mediocre craft just so you have more chances. This is absolutely the most unique part of Crossout and why people remember it so fondly. You'll be doing this over 8 stages in total, with each having a boss to blast through. This remaster offers more than a few improvements on the original. Redrawn graphics and widescreen are big perk, as well as the original composer returning to make remixed tunes. There's a few baked-in ship templates to help guide initial runs, as well as a 2-player in mirror mode, though 2 players couch co-op only. Thankfully, Resurfaced integrates a cheat menu, made to look like an old-school pirate computer menu, which is pretty great. These are unlocked if you die enough times, and do nice things like make it so that you won't die if you hit the walls. And really, that's Crossout Resurfaced, a remake of a cult classic brought forth from the seafoam and onto your console, or PC, or whatever. So what I like about Crossout Resurfaced? Well, Crossout's extremely unique as a shmup, very clearly an Amiga-style game as it blends the complexity of shipbuilding with the brutal difficulty of the horizontal shmup genre. Similarly, the fleet mechanic is extremely cool, with you buying and building your own live, meaning that, unlike other shmups, death may result in you swapping to a better ship rather than a downgrade, or a worse ship if you invested poorly. Lastly, this remaster looks and sounds fantastic, with an excellent translation of the original graphics to a flashy modern pixel look, and the new soundtrack slaps. Though I will say I do wish there was an option to switch back to the old graphics. When it comes to the bad, the first thing you'll notice about Crossout is its difficulty. This game is extremely punishing. As mentioned, obstacles are instant death, bullets and enemies are everywhere, and your ship starts ill-equipped. Oddly enough, the game does get easier as the levels progress, as you end up with more gear and more ships, but that just means the balance is all over. And also, again, no continues. Additionally, the remaster oddly lacks solid guidance or tutorials around how to not just optimize gear and unlocks, but specifically how the fleet and weapon mechanics work. My first few runs were just frustrating as I tried to figure out which weapons mattered, how many of which I could equip, and so on. And lastly, the cheats are a grind to unlock. You only get them on a set number of deaths, one at a time, with even beating the game not unlocking them. Added frustration is they bar you from trophies or achievements, which considering this game's difficulty does feel a bit cruel. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale, must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And Crossout Resurfaced is a great remake of what I say is a divisive horizontal shmup. It has tons of interesting ideas around building your own custom ships, and the lives as fleet mechanic is great, but it's brought down by an absolutely brutal early difficulty, poor difficulty pacing after that, and in this modern version, not great tutorials. If you enjoy horizontal shmups or are nostalgic for Crossout, this remaster absolutely does the game justice, but for those who only dabble in the genre, it's definitely a bit of a harder sell. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Crossout, have you even heard of it? Do you enjoy horizontal shmups like I do? Please let me know what you think in the comments, but regardless, go out there and give X-Out Resurfaced a look. I mean Crossout. Damn it.